Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Famous-ish.
Wayne is here.
Wayne is here.
Yo.
Camden says yo.
Yo.
Uno's here.
We're joined by a cat. I'm Alice.
Uno.
How are you guys doing this week? There's Camden's trying to get Uno's purring.
Yeah, I got it.
What's new? What's new, Wayne? How goes it? Put him on the spot.
This is my third day getting up before 9 o'clock.
Ooh, I like it how it's gone up to 9 because at first you got up at 7:30 and then you got up at 8 and then you got up
What
at 8:30.
if I got up at 7 every day? What if I got up at 8
But
every
still,
day?
8 is a good marker
What
for
if I
you.
got up at 9 every day?
Because your benchmark before was 10 o'clock.
It was 7:30 and then it was 8.
Exactly. Now it's 8:30. So
And it was 8:30, so
Exactly.
we're
I'm
good.
just
We're
saying
good.
it's still before 9. So
And then it's going to be
it
9.
hasn't been 9 yet.
And then it's going to be 9. Then it's going to be 9:30. And you'll be like, 10 is better than 11.
yeah.
And
So
then we're back, and then we're back to
Yeah.
square one.
How's it going for you? How's the waking up? What does it feel?
My eyes
like?
hurt.
Your eyes hurt to
I
wake
can't
up?
open them.
Really?
Tired eyes.
Do you go to bed earlier now?
I
you
actually,
think?
I mean, not that much earlier. A little bit earlier. It's kind of like when I did my business. I still went to bed late, watched movies, and woke up
Eventually
early.
you get on the schedule.
Yeah,
Are you going to continue with it?
I need to get on schedule. No, yeah, I like it. I enjoy it.
Good.
I wake up and I mentally, get myself where I need to be and start working on stuff.
You've noticed little things. You go, the coffee's a lot warmer when you wake up at 8, So the coffee pot doesn't sit there so long that the heating element turns
That
off.
makes sense.
Because the heating element turns off after 3 hours or 2 hours, and I make coffee at 5:30.
The
So
coffee's warmer.
Wow.
It's brighter outside. What's that? It's sun?
yeah, exactly.
Right
The sun.
outside.
Yeah, you normally don't wake up when the sun is coming in the east side of our house. so.
Exactly. I'll tell you what the best part is about waking up early in the morning. The cats. I've never
Yes.
really
Yeah, I
noticed the
know.
cats.
You haven't even seen peak cats.
Actions in the morning.
Yes, the cats. He's used to the cats. He all day long. He goes, "What do you guys do all day? You sleep all day long. Are you all right?" He doesn't realize they run around at high speed and crazy from 5:30 until 9.
Yeah.
Chase each other and be goofy and
He
crazy.
doesn't even
so.
see them really early morning
No.
when Norman is insane.
Yeah, Norman is
Norman is
craziest.
super lovey
They're 7-Eleven crackheads
for
in the
some
morning.
reason.
Yes, they are crackheads in the morning.
But I guess, but it's kind of funny because, I thought they slept all day. But I guess not.
They know.
I know why they sleep all day now.
Yes.
'Cause they tire themselves
They're very
out.
lovey and fun in the mornings. Yeah,
They're
it's a
very
totally
lovey.
different ball game in the morning. I love mornings.
Yeah, it's nice.
Camden and I have been taking early morning walks, getting the fresh air.
I have a whole 3 hours before I have to do school.
Yeah, she gets up and she has time to play video games and do other stuff, eat breakfast, and get kind of in the school mindset.
Mhm.
So,
Baby steps.
baby steps for sure.
Baby steps for me.
Baby steps.
Baby steps out the bed.
That's right.
Baby steps to the kitchen.
Baby steps to the shower. So let's see. It's been a pretty
I
big
showered.
week.
I just want to tell everybody in the podcast, I showered twice yesterday. All right, because
You-
I went to a
honey,
little mini meet and greet at the mall, so I
You
showered
can't-
again.
A mini meet and greet. You can't build up showers. You can't take 2 one day and then not shower for a couple of weeks.
It doesn't work like
No,
that.
you can't.
I
It
took
does- it
5
doesn't go
showers
like
on
that.
Monday, so I'm gonna take another shower
5
next Monday.
showers.
Yeah, you can't stockpile for the week in one day. It doesn't work that way.
Wouldn't
hon.
that be neat?
That'd be funny.
That'd be nice. It's been a pretty big week in pop culture. It's been a good week for comedians and memers, hasn't it?
I'm gonna invent the soap that lets you do that.
So you just invents the soap that cleans you, and then you don't move for a week.
Yeah,
I guess
lathers
that's
you
what
for a
do.
week.
So the memes, you did some Will Smith jokes. That's what's been in the.
I just posted it.
Wayne just posted
My Chris Rock and Will Smith compilation.
it. He can't stop.
Oh my god.
It's not that. It's just I can't get away from it. I open up Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, anything. It's Will
don't
Smith
know.
and Chris Rock.
I don't see
everywhere.
that.
It's not a For You thing
It's
either.
everywhere.
I
It's
don't
all
have
over.
that.
It's
But
been
you
a
don't
while.
have the. You're not
fine.
following all the viral people. It's gone
I
viral.
guess
Lad
not.
Bible. All those people just keep posting the
Yeah,
same.
I don't
thing.
do the TikTok.
I'm
I don't look
following
at
e-girls
memes.
who post Genshin cosplays and Animal Crossing accounts and Kirby accounts and cat memes.
I see it all over.
That's all I want.
It's been a week, too, since the roast, our roast of Wayne Butler. If I would have known it's such a dangerous profession to roast people, I don't know what I would have done. I came for your hair, and I came for your medical condition, and you didn't slap me, honey, so thank you for that.
If I slapped you, I'd have a medical condition.
Yeah, a medical
Yeah.
condition called homeless.
It's called death.
Yeah,
6 feet under medical condition.
yes.
Pushing up daisies.
Yeah, so it's been a week. It's a week now. You've been 41 for a few days. I guess almost a week now. And a week from your roast. Any feedback from the roast? Did you let it simmer for a while, and now do you have better comebacks?
I hate you.
We've recovered.
I think the roast was
Apologies,
really
headphone
good.
users.
I think you did really well on the roast. And, I mean, I don't get offended by it.
He wasn't offended. He wasn't angry. He didn't come for me.
It's comedy.
That's what I think.
All right? And
Yeah.
it's not like, you can't really get offended if it's not, obviously. If,
I
if
didn't
it's about
realize, like I did say certain things. Like I talked about your doctor's visits and your MRI and your hearing. Is that supposed to be off limits? Was that supposed to be off limits?
There's nothing off limits
Okay.
for me.
Just checking for you. So it's a personal boundary.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand why Will Smith got mad with Jada. If you know the whole thing, if you watch it, all right, he's laughing when Chris Rock says the joke about his wife. He's like, aha, and then he turns around and he looks at Jada, and Jada's rolling her eyes and angry, and then he's like, oh, I gotta go defend my wife. And that's when he gets up and slaps Chris Rock.
Yeah, but also do women just need, I don't know.
So I don't know.
Men standing up for them, and then also now you have a medical condition which you're not super vocal about, and it's just your personal life is now this is being talked about way more than probably you ever intended.
Yep.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't want it.
I didn't personally like when people at my work were constantly talking about me being deaf.
Yeah.
I can see how it's like gets annoying and personal. It's like,
Well,
listen,
you
all right,
just
I'm
want to
deaf.
live your
Shut up.
life. You might have something and someone makes a comment and be like, you don't know what happened. She did this. She had this happen to her. She was this all blah, 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 blah. You don't want that put on blast necessarily all the time. You don't want all your personal life.
Yeah.
There's certain things that you might want. And then by him doing that, then it made her medical stuff even more public than probably she ever intended. Anyways.
Yeah, I grabbed all my friends one time and I was like, listen, guys, I don't like it when you talk about me, about my hearing all the time. All right, it hurts my feelings. And they went, what?
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. I don't care.
It
It doesn't
hurts
hurt my feelings.
when you never listen to me, Wayne.
I have no soul. What? That's a weird way to start a conversation.
Okay, so also coming up tomorrow is April. Guess what we started in April last year? Last freaking year, guys.
Oh, crap. I'm not going to get up early tomorrow.
Yes, you are.
Not for that day.
What, you think we're going to
Y'all leave me alone.
Okay, well, whatever.
All right, the
It's-
roast still hurts my bones. I don't want any April Fool's
I
Day.
don't do pranks. I don't do mean pranks.
April Fool's isn't prank.
Yeah, it's April Fool's.
April Fool's isn't like that kind of prank. It's like a joke.
April Fool's, guys, we did a year of the podcast and we're done. We're
So-
not doing it anymore.
Yeah, this is the last episode of
Haha,
Famous
fooled
Ish.
you. We're still here.
Well, the April Fool's joke that we did last year, was that last year? With her hair, people still think that it's real. People still
Comments,
are
yeah,
seeing
I
it now.
I see that, and
freshly
they're like,
or
"Oh my
whatever.
god, your hair!" Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Camdyn
Bruh.
has literally changed. So last year, Camdyn posted an image. She had a cute little short wig on, and she said, "Cut my hair" or whatever, something.
Yep.
And then by the afternoon, you had changed your caption of "Thanks for playing along, guys. April Fools." You literally put that in there. It was a joke, funny, and you still get comments on that picture like, "Oh, I liked your hair so much better long," or "Why did you do that?" Stuff like that. It's interesting. People, I guess this is why people are so susceptible.
And you did such a good job of
Yeah.
it. I mean, it looks like,
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was
it
a good
was-
April.
it was
Fool's
cut. I
joke.
even look at that video sometimes like, it does look real.
I mean, it went in for like a
And it was my
$12
hair color?
Amazon wig. It did pretty well.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's
amazing.
that's actually
I
crazy.
don't know how we're
It's
going to
only-
top it this year.
But even more important, like I was saying, I'm still trying to get you to come around here and give me some good words and some whatever praise. It's been a year since we're doing this podcast.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me do that. Yeah.
I mean, like,
Audience.
that's a pretty big accomplishment. Have there been many things that you've stuck with for a whole year?
Oh, I'm married to you for 17.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that would be stuck with.
Stuck is the key word there.
Though, let's see, I've been here for everyone. Wayne and I started kind of doing it. Camdyn would kind of guess whatever And then there were a few that Camden and I did it. And now it's all three of us. It's been pretty consistent. We've been doing it for a long time. And you said most podcasts don't make it past 10 episodes. And now we're like at 50.
Right. And now we're going to start doing 3 episodes a week. So April Fools.
April Fools.
But we could do more.
No one
We
could
could do
listen
more,
to
though.
me talk
No,
that
we are
much.
not.
Camden's like, no. Camden's only committed to one. Maybe Wayne and I will just
We need to get to that honey.
Each other for
We need to get to that honey, you know. The 100 episodes like the milestone of the podcast.
Too many to do. I got a Twitch stream and stuff. I don't have
Cameron's
time.
got other stuff to do.
It's an hour out of the day.
That's too long.
You take yourself away from Gabe and Animal Crossing for an hour a day.
There's so much
That's
to do,
2
honey.
hours a
Honestly,
day.
Camden's got a full schedule. I don't blame you. Did you
Yeah.
want to have to hang out and talk to your parents for an hour a day when you were a teenager?
My parents
No,
are not her
that's
parents.
Fine.
Okay?
You guys are cool.
My parents are not her
she said we're
parents.
cool. She
I'm
didn't
not
say
trying
April
to
Fool's after.
toot my own horn or anything, but I didn't want to be in the same room with my parents for 10 minutes, let alone an hour.
How is it that we all feel like, I still feel like I'm young at heart and I still feel cool, and I feel like that
You are, though.
automatically makes you uncool when you say I feel cool.
What do you mean?
Like the second I'm like, yeah, I feel cool, I'm young, and I'm like a hip mom, then I'm like, no.
You are, though.
Not
No,
one.
but you are.
Yeah.
And people think
It's-
Dad's like my brother.
It's, whoa.
Yeah.
It's different. Like, this whole parent thing is just different. Like,
This whole
I still
parent
want to be your dad, but I also want to be your friend. No, I'm just kidding. That,
He's
everybody in
never
the
done a
comments
single
says,
dad like
well, he
me
wants to be
ever.
her friend instead of her dad. What?
What?
What
the
are we
hell-
supposed to
what the
punish?
hell does that mean?
Wait, what's wrong with that?
Are we supposed to punish Camden for things she doesn't do? I think that's what a lot of
Apparently.
people think. You're supposed to be strict and
Apparently,
like rein
I'm
them
too
in.
nice.
But like when your kid doesn't do anything, what are you supposed to rein in?
I want to punish you so bad, but you don't do anything. Do something bad.
And then also Wayne can't even do the stern, Camden, think about your school and your grades. Do your homework, because he never did that. So he can't even say that with a straight face. Like,
I think that's hypocritical if I tell her that she's grounded for failing algebra.
No, I think one time
Considering the
Dad
fact that I
came-
never got past
I think
12 times 12.
Literally, one time Dad came in my room and I was doing algebra. She was like, "You're failing algebra." I was like, "What?" And I was like, "It's okay, me too."
I mean, how am I supposed to do algebra?
I don't know.
You are just like me. And I'm sorry.
No, I got further.
You're smarter, though.
I
That's
got
good.
further than
Yes, she's intrigued now.
You are so lucky that you got your mom's looks and your mom's brain and my hair.
Yes, your hair color.
That's all you got with
And
my
honestly,
hair.
the hair color is what makes her stand out famously. You know, people
Really?
are drawn to the hair color, so it's all you, babe. It's all you.
Yeah, but if you got my face, you look like Squidward.
Handsome Squidward. Handsome Squidward, babe.
Handsome Squidward.
At least call yourself Handsome Squidward.
Oh, Squidward.
Also, you're going April. I'm asking this because I'm saying, are we going to do something like this? Remember we did our 100-mile challenge in April?
Oh yeah.
No.
Wow.
I mean, yes, I remember, but no.
No. Was it so torturous?
I know what's coming next.
What?
Nothing.
Nothing, because I can't get you guys to do anything. The camera walks with me.
I'll
in the morning.
do it.
But you could add in another half hour later in the day, and then you get to your 100 miles.
Yeah, I
Because
could.
we were doing like
Doing 2 things in a day.
the 2 things in a day. Whew, getting off my chair more than once.
What? Dad doesn't do anything, so.
Hey,
This is the role
Shrugged-
model.
She
This is
just
what I
shrugged
said.
him off.
This is what I said last time. He's an influencer, but like, is this the guy you want to be influenced by? Just because Dad doesn't do anything. Just
Yeah.
if Dad jumped off a cliff, would you jump off a cliff?
No.
Exactly. You'd be like, why did he's an
Why
idiot.
did he jump off a
Baby
cliff?
steps.
Baby steps off a cliff?
Baby steps. All right, leave me alone.
I understand. It's really
I'm getting
hard.
my weight bench totally like ready in the backyard. I'm getting my weight bench completely ready. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get up in the morning. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna lay down on the weight bench.
Wayne is sitting here on TikTok while we're doing this. But lay down. It's so nice to take it.
I'm gonna soak up some sun.
That's good though. I need to do that. Well, I guess I walk in the morning. I could do another hour.
I mean,
3
yeah.
miles.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Maybe Camden and I will have some sort of April thing where we have some sort of prize and you won't be involved.
That'd be fun.
Fine.
But last year Camden got her
But-
giant side X, so, you know.
See if I care.
This year, I want life-size Zucario.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
What's wrong with
Once
it?
you start saying life size, I get concerned because our house is small. And if a life size something, I guess unless it's a Caterpie, is going to be trouble in our house.
Life-size Caterpie. Caterpie's big, though. Caterpie's bigger in the show.
That's terrifying.
What's the opposite of famous?
Irrelevant, obsolete,
Lifestyles of the poor and the relevant. That's my good Charlotte.
That could be
coming
our
up next.
reality
Lifestyles
show.
of the poor and irrelevant.
I'm sorry, but people are tired of having Real Housewives of whatever, where they're rich and unattainable and assholes, and the Kardashians, all this stuff. They just want normal people and be like, let's just see these people have their off-brand things.
That's what a lot of people said on our story.
From IKEA.
They said we're relatable.
I mean, we are
Hashtag quirky relatable.
Are we quirky?
How come they don't have like poor housewives? You know, like that would be more interesting.
Well, they do have those shows, but
they do.
But they go to the total extreme. It's not the averageness.
Yeah, exactly.
It's then you're to the other extreme. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but you need the actual average, just totally average, normal people who aren't overly religious or overly crazy about anything in their lives.
We're just very normal.
Just totally normal baseline.
Lifestyles of the
Normal.
average and irrelevant.
I get like C's in school. I get like...
Camdyn gets C's in school. She's not.
I'm not like
popular,
crazy
but she's
workout.
not unpopular.
I
You're
don't
what in
have
school?
that many friends.
Yes, there's no unattainable body standards here. We're not getting any work done. We barely go to the salon and get our hair cut.
Haven't left the house in like...
Yes, we always shop the sales. We go out to eat at fast food instead of fancy places. I don't know.
I miss haircuts.
You miss haircuts?
I mean...
Babe, I told you it's good. The hair's
I'll tell you
great.
something straight up, all right? And I don't mean this by any means to be a dad joke, but it's going to be one. Sorry.
It really grows on
It's
ya.
growing on me. It really is growing on me. I didn't like it at first.
It's such a different look, and I kind of dig it. It's
dig
way cooler than the short buzz that you kind of had before.
The third grade sports
Dude, that
boy
does not
haircut.
work for me.
It doesn't work.
I saw that picture on the birthday cake, and I was like, that just does not, like, that's what I look like? Why didn't you say anything?
Because
don't
you
think
get
it
to
works
choose
for
whatever.
everyone.
I say people should get to choose however they want to do whatever they want to do. And I've said throughout the years, hey, you should try growing your hair long. Hey, you should do this. And then, like, what am I going to do? I'm not going to say grow your hair long.
You're supposed to
so
say
much
something.
hotter. I
You'll
say,
say
do
your
what you
hair
want.
looks stupid when you have short hair. You look like me, myself, and Irene Jim Carrey. You need to get rid of that. You need to grow some hair
I'm
out.
not going to say that.
All right.
Because I still thought you looked good, but I think you look better now.
And you need to work out. You're skinny and you're pale. You need a tan. You don't talk to me.
You're not really skinny anymore.
I'm not.
No one needs a tan.
I got the ET body.
The
It's like skinny on top and then the belly.
Kirk
ET.
from Gilmore Girls. That's what
I'm going to phone home after this podcast.
Well, that's fine. We'll work on it, and that's will be an April thing for us all, right?
All right.
Alright. So, like we said, it's been a year, and instead of coming up with some epic idea for this whatever podcast anniversary, we literally just said, type something.
Type something.
Say something. Camdyn and Wayne posted on their stories. They said, just write a question. Tell us something. Give us advice. Do something. We can't think of anything else.
Yeah, and nobody said anything. Thanks a lot.
All we said was say something. You could have said blue, and then we would have just, that's it. You guys just can't even get the memo what to do.
No participation
Camdyn got some. I
points.
got some.
Yeah,
so.
I got some.
I just don't think they want to play
You
along
are
with
me.
me.
What?
You are me.
Well, I mean, I got
Oh,
some
from the family?
Yeah. Okay, so like we literally said, right? Ask us anything. Say anything. What you got, Cam?
Aztec Photo says, Cream Brulee is a paid actor. Sorry, Cam. I took over you. Cream Brulee.
Creme brulee is a paid actor.
Creme
Creme
brulee.
brulee is disgusting. I don't like it.
Creme brulee.
Remember that one time? So we used to go to Disneyland, and you'd have like all the restaurants kind of have like a price fix type menu, and so you pay whatever, and you choose an entree, you choose a little super salad, and then they give you a dessert. I remember it always was like everyone got creme brulee.
Didn't they have that at Ariel's Grotto?
Yeah, it was
That
at
was,
Ariel's
like, the end
Grotto,
thing.
and the only person in the family that liked creme brulee
We gave
was
them all.
Wayne. And so, like, he had 6 or 7 creme brulees in front of him, and he took, like, a big spoon, and so he got the whole creme brulee. It's in that little ramekin, but he spooned out one whole thing, ate it all in one bite, put it to the side, and he did that like 7 times.
I didn't like it. I was just taking one
You
for the team.
did.
I didn't want to waste it. I don't want to Queen Boo waste.
Brutal.
You didn't like it? Why did you do that?
That was weird. It's
Would
like
you be like, I'd rather go get a churro. Please don't
like
make me eat
dessert
it.
oysters.
It's like it's,
I've never
a
tried it.
puddingy, like whipped, not puddingy,
It's like a flan,
mousse. Yeah, flan.
and I don't like
Whipped
that either.
mousse
I've never tried flan or creme
with a
brulee.
brulee, a little.
It's not good.
Why did you? I assumed you were the one that liked it. We all passed our creme brulee down there, and you destroyed it like in one bite per ramekin. So I assumed
Because that's how I roll.
that's what you
All right, I mean, it wasn't bad the first one, but after a while,
No, he
I
was
like,
getting it over with. That's why I didn't take small bites. It
just
was like,
staring at us while he's doing
That's
that.
exactly. I had to get rid of it. It was like man versus food. Oh, eat the creme brulee. Look cool in front of your family.
That's the only experience I have with creme brulee. So now we know.
I've never
Creme
tried
brulee.
it.
I'm not even saying it right.
Aztec
Creme brulee.
photo.
Creme brulee?
See, that's what I was
Creme-
looking for.
creme-
But what does he mean by paid actor?
I don't
It
know.
sucks as a dessert. It's only acts as a dessert that fancy people pretend to like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I guess so.
I agree. Give me a
I don't
chocolate
know.
chip cookie.
Exactly.
All right. What else we got? How exactly did you word your question, Camden? So we can kind of get an idea of these
I
people.
said,
if they followed.
It's been a full year since we've been doing Famous-ish. Any advice on what you'd like to see more of? Ask anything you'd like. Click a Q&A.
Oh, okay.
And people said, pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Obviously,
Yeah.
yes. Obvious. Do you like also fresh pineapple chunks on pizza, like when it's not cooked? Like, have you ever
That's
had
better.
pizza? Like, you have your good pizza, and then you have like the fresh pineapple chunks, and then you eat it with it.
That's better.
It's pretty good.
I think it's better.
The big fresh pineapple chunks.
Nah.
You like it cooked a little
like
bit
it the
down,
way
those
it-
smaller
yeah.
pineapple bits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those pineapple chunks are too big for me.
Oh,
Yeah, pineapple can hurt your mouth.
But I do like
suppose.
the fresh tomato and onion.
Yes, fresh vegetables
Yeah.
and fresh
Fresh
things
vegetables.
on
Really
a
good.
pizza. It's like life changing.
Yeah, it is.
Really good.
Cut up some fresh vegetables. Order your pizza. Make your pizza. Whatever.
Yes.
Throw those on top. It's like
It is very
Yeah,
good.
it's really good.
I agree.
with
If
the
you
cooked
haven't tried it,
vegetables. It like
yeah, try it. Try it if you haven't tried it. Fresh tomatoes. Oh, so good.
really
Wow, this
works,
is-
man.
This is going to be a really complicated answer.
Oh my. Get
Jayon
complicated.
said, tell us what and how to make the drinks you are always making when your dad records. So when you get, you
Which
gotta
one?
go to your kitchen and you gotta get a cup, okay?
A large venti
preferably
size.
venti Starbucks cup.
Yeah, to go cup, straw cup.
Then you get a Diet Pepsi. But first you have to put in the ice. So you get your ice and you put it in the cup and then you pour your Pepsi, your Diet Pepsi, and you're done.
Yeah, so Camden basically on camera is always making the Diet Pepsis.
I have one right now.
You have made some coffee drinks. So like
Barely.
the blended coffee drink.
I don't think that's what they meant though.
And she's made iced her espressos. You've made maybe your fancy little cute espresso drinks.
I don't think that's what they meant though, because they said always.
Always, yeah.
And
The
it's
Diet
always
Pepsi is the
Diet
number
Pepsi.
one. Otherwise, she's making like an iced latte with caramel and sugar syrup.
Yep.
using
And I'll be in the
espresso.
other room and like Looney Tunes it because I hear the ice and like dad joke time, and that's why you always say dad joke while she's putting ice in her
That's
Diet
why,
Pepsi.
like, literally looks like Camden does two things: plays on her phone or plays on her computer and gets Pepsi.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's basically it, because she has less of like her school schedule's different now, so we have less of the like bringing lunch ones, the food ones like that. Very complicated.
Matthias SC Blighter says, do you like both cats and dogs?
of course.
Oh yes, we had dogs. We had 2 dogs.
I like all animals.
I think.
Of course.
I don't think it's
I like caterpillars.
I don't think it's like cats
You
are
do?
better than dogs for sure. I think it's just like for me personally, the kind of person I am, cats suit me better.
Yeah, it's also
Because I'm lazy.
Dogs are.
And-
Yeah, I was just gonna say dogs are a much larger commitment.
Yeah.
You cannot just get up and say, oh, I can't go take my dog for a walk. I don't feel like going for a walk, or I don't feel like doing this, or don't feel like picking up this poop. Like, you can let the cat box sit for a couple extra hours while you're being lazy. You can't just you just can't ignore your dog. You just can't. Yeah, I mean, it's a much more bigger commitment for vacations and, finding kennels and, getting their nails clipped and all this other stuff. It's a much larger commitment. But
Especially
I love
the new
dogs.
one that does itself. Go to litterbox.com and
Oh my
check it out
gosh.
now. It actually
Is
scoops
it
itself.
Robot. It's a robot.
Our first podcast ad.
Robot.
I mean, like, not as an ad, but legitimately, like, Camdyn, if when you get your own place, you got to get a litter robot.
Oh.
And then they'll do their biz. If you have a good cat that you've trained really well, then you just empty the tray. Like, genius. I had robotic litter things. Remember we used to have, like, the
Yeah, they didn't work as well.
one, and it would get stuck in the little teeth thing.
Yeah.
It was the little rake thing. And then, like, the box would whatever, or it wasn't the same. This thing is freaking epic.
It's amazing. And it is hilarious watching your cat's
the
reactions.
cats like watching it, too.
Norman went poop last night, and he was, like, afterwards just, like, staring at it, jumping around, like, why is it moving? What's it doing? It's going in
It's like the
circles.
most
Funny.
exciting thing
Yeah.
to happen to these cats
I know.
in a while.
Like, oh my god, it's spinning.
Yeah, they're like, this is insane.
So they get poop in a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
With LED lighting too.
Yeah.
Mood lighting.
Yes.
Mood lighting.
We love dogs
it.
though. Wayne and I, before Camdyn was born, we had a little Chihuahua.
I was
He
alive
was a Chihuahua.
for that.
Wayne used to. I know, but we got him right before you were born.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wayne used to work right next to a pet shop, and they had this one Chihuahua that was there for 6 months, and he was like the pet shop Chihuahua. They called him Speedy. Which he does not seem like a Speedy, but like you would go and you'd visit this dog, and normally like nowadays I wouldn't buy from a pet shop, but like that dog was just there. No one was gonna adopt him, so we got him, and he's Rufus.
I don't understand how no one would adopt Rufus. Rufus was
I
the
don't
cutest
know.
freaking dog.
So because he'd been there a long time and whatever, we got a pretty good price on him. And
Speedy.
he's Speedy. Can you
His
imagine
name was
Rufus being
Speedy.
Yeah, he wasn't really speedy.
He fell into
He
a
did
bowl
run through
of
the grass.
ramen.
Yes,
When
he
we had
jumped
grass in
into
the backyard, he ran through the grass like
I
deer.
guess that is
remember?
Yeah,
Speedy.
he was little and so cute. And then, like 2 years when Camdyn was 2, Wayne came home with Jackpot.
Another pet shop dog.
Yeah.
I went to the pet store, and don't ever do this. I went to the pet store, and I was like, I'm going to play with this dog. And I started playing with this dog, and then I bought this dog.
Yeah, it was another sale dog that'd been there a long time. And so there are always these Chihuahua mixes. There's just so many Chihuahuas around. But
He kind of looked more like a Jack Russell Terrier mix.
and
That's
Jackpot, we lost Jackpot in September of 2020.
Was it 2020 or 2019?
No, it was 2020
Yeah.
because you were home. It was so good that for his last bit, he got
He
sick
was
for
he
a
was
while.
there with quarantine. I
But
remember
yeah,
with the
he
with the
loved
blanket
that you
for
were
it.
home. He loved that you were home during.
He was in the blanket
start of
for
the
it.
pandemic for his
Yeah,
last
he
months
was
of
in the
his life,
blanket
so
for it.
He was
He was happy. He got Costco chicken.
So we just decided not to get a dog. Instead,
Yeah.
we adopted another stray cat.
Well, yeah, we weren't intent on getting another cat. Really,
Yes, we were.
Camdyn was.
No, we were.
No,
Because I
someday-
remember you let me look at Craigslist and stuff, and
Like
you're like, get a
kittens.
kitten.
Randomly, I said,
But
if
then-
we find kittens, if we find a litter of kittens in the backyard, we can keep a kitten. And then
We're still like that.
Norman
We're
showed up.
still like, if there's a litter of kittens, we're not turning
Norman
one.
showed up, and the poor guy was abandoned. He literally had a family that took him to the vet, got him microchipped, and then told the microchip company like 6 months later that he died or whatever. And they no longer had him because when we took him to the vet, he was microchipped, but the microchip company said that the people said he was no longer,
What?
or whatever. So we have Norman. He's been to the vet a few times. He's totally healthy now, checked out, and neutered. Which get your pets spayed and neutered 100%. And
You can see he's a little like PTSD or whatever, traumatized by it. Because when you take him in car rides like to the vet, he kind of looks at you like, no, like poor guy that's like literally got driven somewhere and dropped off.
He got driven somewhere, probably away from where they lived, or they literally just moved out and left him. I don't know. And he got dropped.
Who knows what the situation is? And we also have a Charlie, so that's 5.
Yeah, Charlie's
he's
kind of our
pretty much
outdoor
our
cat.
cat.
So we love the cats, and our cats weren't particularly fond of the dogs when we had them here. So we were kind of like, oh, we're going to give them a
The
break
dogs
from
were
the
scared of the
dogs.
cats, though.
And then we got Norman, so they're not super fun. Normal, they're growing on.
The dogs are more scared of the cats than the cats are scared.
Anyways, that was a very long answer.
Opie
So we
intimidated
love dogs.
Jackpot
I grew
a
up with
lot.
dogs. I had some really good dogs growing up.
Oh yeah, dogs are great. But now that I don't have a dog, it's kind of nice because, like you said,
Yeah.
they are a handful. You have to, if you don't have a backyard, you definitely have to take them for a walk. And even then, you should probably still
Yeah.
take them for a walk.
Yes.
and let them get their exercise.
It's a much larger commitment.
You know, they don't just go like at 3 a.m. if they have to poop. They don't just go in the box.
Exactly.
They jump on your face like, I gotta go, and you gotta take them outside and let them go poop. You know.
And also, I mean, cats are. Our Alfie now is 16 years old. Some dogs don't live that old. I would just feel so sad. It's so hard to say bye to animals. So
yeah,
that's difficult for me. All right.
We still need a ferret in the Butler family.
We do not need a ferret. You can watch ferret videos online. We have a very
That's
long
not
cat.
the same.
Norman
we have
is
a ferret cat. Norman is a ferret
long.
cat.
Yeah, Norman's a ferret cat. He's your ferret.
He did, yeah. He's
Just
very
say
ferrety.
You know, that's like that meme. It's like, Mom, can we get a ferret? We have a ferret at home.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
ferret at home.
Long
And
cat.
I hold up Norman.
The ferret at home.
Exactly.
He is one though.
Yeah.
He climbs like one. He's weird. People say, what games do you guys play?
Lately, I've gotten back into Animal Crossing like 4 months later than this update. Like, it's updated in November, and I just started playing the new update. And it's helping. I'm enjoying it. I'm setting aside some time for Animal Crossing. Other than that, I will definitely play the new Breath of the Wild when it comes out. Probably that'll be my thing that I play for a couple hours a day. We got to get back into some of our other games. Dr. Mario and things
Mario
like
Party.
that. Mario Party. And
The new Mario
The
Party.
Mario
the last
Galaxy.
little bit of 100%ing.
Last little bit. We're not that close,
Cam,
are we?
I did a lot on Odyssey.
Matthias also says, Wayne, what do you and Camden think about the Will Smith slapping Chris Rock? We spoke about that at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
So just throwing that out there.
I'm definitely a pacifist, though. I don't believe in slapping anyone.
I don't.
Thomas
Especially
Mosby
also if
says,
you're
you
judging.
guys always make my day.
Wayne,
Also,
you
you
didn't
didn't
answer the
answer.
question. The question was, what types of games do
You
you play? You missed that one. Camden asked, what games do you play? I talked on a little bit. So Camden,
Violent ones.
Violent games.
Here's the thing, like I like Sniper and I like Hitman and I like games like that, but also like recently I've been like playing and I've been addicted to SpongeBob's, whatever the food making game.
It's so funny to me because I just read this thing on relationship advice. This girl's like, my boyfriend like missed the birth of my baby because he won't stop playing a phone game. And it wasn't SpongeBob, but it was Simpsons Tapped Out. Do you remember the Simpsons one?
No.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's been constant for the last 6 months. They're playing so much Simpsons Tapped Out. Like, he said he was going to come to the hospital when the baby was being born, but he ended up having to finish his like Quickie Mart upgrade or something and all this other stuff. And I'm like, that is an issue.
There's a little different.
That
there.
is an issue.
That's a little
Yeah,
different.
that's
But
an
it's a
issue.
similar type game where you have to do a little tap type.
Yeah,
thing.
but you can pause it and you can play The
Exactly.
Simpsons later. You can have a baby once. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you
I mean,
can-
as far as like being there when it's happening.
Yes. So
That's a
I'm
little-
pretty much like,
that's a little
how
odd.
horrible. Anyways, okay,
Yeah.
so Wayne's been playing SpongeBob.
Odd. SpongeBob Krusty Krab Cook-Off or something. It's basically just one of those games where you have to make a bunch of food and feed the customers, you know. And those games are fun. We all know those games
I mean,
are
I've
fun.
had those on my phone before.
But if I'm not playing that, then I'm usually playing like Saints Row or what the one I said? Sniper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play Stardew, Don't Starve, Genshin, Animal Crossing, Slime Ranch. I play a lot of games.
Lately,
A lot.
Sim,
I have to play the new Kirby. I have to play RCS. Lately, it was The Sims. That was 2 weeks ago, though. I haven't played that.
I was playing The
since-
Sims 2 weeks ago, guys. That was so 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that was really that was no. It's cringe now. I've probably mostly Genshin. I don't know. Yeah,
Lately, she's back on Genshin
because I'm
again.
grinding.
Grinding. I'm proud of you because Camden was always anti-grinding. Even when she had a little game that was like Lilith's
I
Pet
know.
Shop, and she'd be like, "I need more bones." She'd hand me her DS or send me her computer and be like, "Mom, please earn me gems."
Yeah.
Instead of
Animal
instead of
Jam.
doing it, yeah,
On Animal Jam.
she'd make me play the games.
I was
on
like,
Animal
"Hey,
Jam.
you play the mini games while I'm at school, Mom.
Jams. Yeah.
You could
Cam likes
pay
buying
you to
the
grind
outfits.
for me on Genshin."
Cam likes changing her outfits and buying little
Those
things
games
for her house,
know
but
what
she
they're
never
doing.
likes
They're
earning
smart.
gems.
And
You
also,
gotta grind. You gotta put in the work.
and we also love to get down on some old Nintendo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We gotta start
Classics.
playing Dr. Mario again.
I'm saying like the classic Nintendo. Mega Man,
Yeah.
Excite Bike,
Yeah.
you know, Double Dragon. I'm always down for those.
Yeah. Here's a question. This is from Becky. How do you make time for creativity in your life? Like, how do you get past the idea that you have so much other stuff to do instead of doing, like, the things you want to do? Like, so things like your Legos or things like Camdyn, I know, like, you used to like drawing and all these other things. Like, how do you, like, do that?
Okay, first of all, Legos are bad. All right. Because I absolutely love them, but I can't stop once I start. And I literally will finish a project that's supposed to take longer in like 2 days. Box says, 9 years? I do it in 2 days. But I just ordered 3 new Legos.
You did?
Cam doesn't know this. I ordered the Sonic Ring Zone.
Oh, that's awesome.
You've been
I
really
ordered
wanting
Chip and Dale
Sonic.
little
That's
characters.
awesome.
And what I think I'm excited about, we ordered a message board, a Lego message board that we can change every time we
That's
go
really
live.
cool.
That's what
That's
you ended
cool.
up ordering. You didn't get the Mickey or Minnie or the van or any of the other stuff?
No, I wasn't trying to spend $500.
Oh.
I barely spent over 100 and was still like,
Honestly,
You know?
there's so much stuff.
don't forget, we're average in, what was it? Lifestyles of the not rich
Irrelevant.
and famous,
Yeah.
okay? We don't buy Lego like that.
So
Yeah, you can
overspend.
literally spend as much on
Average and
Legos
irrelevant.
as a mortgage.
Dad
but-
spends hundreds on Legos. I spend hundreds on Genshin.
It's an expensive ass hobby.
Sims.
I buy
Sims.
coffee.
You buy coffee.
I buy good coffee.
So what are you saying? And I buy
I'm just saying,
digital
so
movie.
how do
I have a
you-
digital movie addiction. It's
Yeah,
bad.
it's
bad.
so hard to make time for it.
Your
because-
digital movie addiction is probably as bad as my Genshin addiction.
I had like 4. Now I have like 30.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't.
But it's awesome though. I can. Anyway,
But
here's the
digital
thing.
movies
What do
are
you mean creativity?
pointless.
As far as like social media?
Well, yeah, or doing certain things like saying, I really want to do a craft, or I really want to get my knitting, but I know I should be doing something else. I know I should be doing laundry. I know I should be working on paperwork. I know I should be doing these other commitments I have. How do you make time to do these things that you feel like they're a luxury, but you kind of need them for your mental health? How do you get past the guilt of not doing something you think you should be doing instead? It doesn't have to be something creative, but it can be like your Legos, or it can be like
Me personally, I try to
something
balance
else.
it. Okay, but I spent a lot of time on my laptop. Yesterday, I spent a lot of time working with another guy for our PR. And we're getting like a bunch of like news
Are we gonna be
stations
full
to get...
bottom? You know, when you go to, for some reason, you know the people whose publicists are working overtime because it's like this person wore this, or someone you always hear about, Paulina Porskova, and it's like,
Trying to get us on the news. All right, that's what I've been doing. I'm trying to get us on the news because the more news stories you have, the more relevant you become. Yeah, okay.
average guy does
suppose
average
so.
things.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
and you know, but I balance it. I work on the PR. I work on dad jokes. Then I play the Switch. I work on dad jokes. I play the Switch. You know what I mean? But I usually do most of the like not stuff that involves our career at night, like while you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Is when I like watch movies, play the Switch. You know, sit around, don't do nothing.
I have an issue because like
Lego.
I hate doing things. Like I hate doing things that I need to do. And so then I do the things I want to do, like things I like to do. And I'm like, wow, I can never really enjoy doing the things that I like to do because I'm always thinking about the stuff that I should be doing in the back of my head.
Yeah.
So I've got to tell myself, well, I should just do all this other stuff and get it over with. So then I can really enjoy doing my fun stuff or sitting down and doing my knitting without having to think about, oh, I need to be doing this.
It's better that way.
Yeah. It's
I mean,
something
it's
have
like
to work
when on
Honestly,
Sunday-
the question's hard because we don't really balance it.
On Sunday, we clean the house. On Sunday
Yeah.
is like our spring
Yep.
cleaning day. And we really go to town and clean the house. And then afterwards, it feels so nice to just sit down and play
I
video
know.
games.
That's
And it's
true.
like, we have a clean house. we
That's
did
true.
it. You feel like it's a reward
Exactly.
rather than just like the
'Cause
way.
even Sunday morning when I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to have to do this other stuff later, I'm still thinking about it. And I'm not really enjoying myself as much in the morning.
And there's also some things I'm OCD about. Like I literally, I don't know if it was last night or the night before, like I walked by the kitchen and I was like, I'm going to go to bed. And I looked at the sink and there were dishes in the sink and I was like, damn it.
Yeah, Wayne's
I
a
have
dish
to do
guy.
the dishes every single night. There can't be anything in the sink or I can't go to bed.
Well, that's
Oh, wow.
excellent. That's excellent. That's a hard question.
And when I do, I feel
because
bad.
we haven't really mastered it. But I say give yourself some time to try to do the creative things and just don't feel guilty about it. The other stuff will always be there later.
I still don't know what creative things means.
Like, where do you make time to do the things like that you like to do? Like, I don't know, you don't like to paint or
So for
draw
me, it would be
or
Lego.
knit. Yeah, Lego.
Playing games, watching
or-
movies, that type of thing.
Yeah. writing your book
do
or
I do?
things like this. You know what I mean?
What do I do? It's creative.
Well, you don't do anything anymore, but you used to love to draw or play your kalimba or do.
You just gotta balance it.
It's
I
hard to
still do
balance.
sometimes.
You gotta balance it.
So I guess the moral of the story is we don't make enough time. For
No.
But I would like to make more time because I really want to fit in some reading and I want to fit in knitting again. So work on that in April.
Yeah. So here's another video game related one. Thomas Rain says, "What's the oldest video game you've ever played, and what's objectively the best game ever?"
Oldest
that
game
you've
was
played.
definitely Pong. My parents
I was gonna
had
say
an Atari.
Pong.
We had an Atari. I was young, and they would play. There were some other Atari games. So we had Pong. It was called Mega Mania.
Wasn't
which
Pong
was
like
really
its own
fun.
system?
No, it was on Atari. It
Before
probably
Atari?
was, but it was on Atari. And they had another really good one called Zaxxon.
Was Pong the one where you just literally go back and forth
Yeah.
with the ball?
Pong's
It's like,
hard.
oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, that one sucks compared to these others. But I remember Zaxxon, like you fight an end boss, and like there was also Mega Mania where you like shoot stuff, like different levels where you shoot things. So those were fun. Those are the oldest games. And then we kind of had a Nintendo system kind of early when I was in elementary
Okay,
school.
definitely Pong or
Yeah.
Tank or any of those Atari games.
Yeah.
But also, just to go a step further, do you remember the computer that was like what was that? It was like where you could make games by saying run / blah 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 blah
yeah.
blah. Those
Coding?
like DOS computer.
Coding.
I had one of those. And I played those games all the time that like remember on Big he played where you have to like choose your own adventure type
Yeah.
deal, but you type. I had like a Spider-Man one and stuff. It's just typing. You're like you come to a corridor and then Green Goblin's in front of you. Do you go
Yeah.
left? Do you
Yeah, I
kick him in the
remember
balls?
those.
Do you go in the elevator? You can
And
say whatever
also,
you want.
Like Pac-Man at
Those were
like
fun.
this restaurant or something. You go and there's the Pac-Man
Dairy
machine.
Queen.
You play, yeah, Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen had
Cam,
the
what's the
Pac-Man
oldest?
machine.
What is the first time video
Pong,
game you remember
probably.
playing? You remember playing?
Oh, ever in my life?
Yeah.
Galaxy.
Galaxy was your first big memories that you remember because
Mm-hmm.
it was a big part of our life. Galaxy was a big part of our life when we played it all the time.
The heck's Galaxy?
Super Mario
Super
Galaxy.
Mario Galaxy.
Oh,
She says that's the one she remembers like most. As
Well,
like
yeah,
a
we
first
played it a
game. Like you
lot.
have a first
Or
memory.
Wii Music.
Wii Music. Camden liked Wii Music.
I loved Wii Music.
We shaped
I would play it
Camden's
now.
childhood just like the original Nintendo console shaped ours.
Breaking the TV. And
What
Dad
was
blaming
the
it on
next-
me.
What was the next part of the question?
it definitely
What's
stands out as Mario Brothers.
Objectively, not like your favorite guilty pleasure, but like objectively the best game you think you've ever played.
Breath of the Wild.
Hitman
Zelda.
Absolution.
You think that is objectively the best video game you've ever played?
Wait, the best video game I've ever
Yeah.
played?
Objectively,
Like that
not like
everyone
your
would
favorite.
like, that everyone would like. Not that there's anything wrong with choosing that, but I wouldn't like playing that.
NBA Jam.
NBA Jam, that's a good
Or
one.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade.
Oh, that's a good one too.
I don't know, GTA.
Mortal Kombat!
I mean, you can't go wrong with the Marios either, especially like Galaxy
Animal
2.
Crossing New Horizons.
Yeah, Animal
That's
Crossing.
a really in-depth game.
Super Mario Galaxy
I like my
is
Link
probably our
game,
best
so-
game.
Ocarina of Time is also a really good Link game.
Might have to say Animal Crossing.
Yeah. I'm curious what everyone else says. I guess we've talked a lot about games,
There's
but
so many
Minecraft.
games.
But you don't like
Oh, yeah.
Minecraft, so
What?
Wayne doesn't like Minecraft.
Oh, I thought
Honestly,
you were-
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater was probably my favorite game
Oh, yeah.
forever. And I still love that game.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But like back, I would really get down on some Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. So I'm gonna have to say Pro Skater is probably the best game of all time.
Yeah, it was
as
a
far
fun
as
game.
like
Lots of missions, lots of
this is amazing. Yeah, you
Goals.
got to get videotapes.
yeah. I
Gotta
like
go
ones
back
with
and do
little
it.
missions and side missions.
You don't have to be a skater to enjoy that game.
That's true. Kick, flip.
And I will say, Thomas Mosby said, "You always make my day. I can never say how much I appreciate you. Thanks.
We appreciate you.
We
appreciate
appreciate you."
Thank you,
Mia
Thomas.
says, have you ever been to a Knights game? No desire, ever.
Ever been to a Knights game? Oh yeah, the Golden Knights, Vegas Golden Knights.
No,
No,
desire.
I drove by there.
You guys know how much I hate public places.
They have a
and
cool
people.
lizard.
Oh yeah, we went ice skating at just a little ice skating rink where they had a Golden Knights night where they had the lizard out there. Remember?
And I was like, that's
A
cool.
gecko or
That's a
something.
cool guy.
Lizard and Knoll. Would you ever want to go see a Golden Knights game?
Possibly.
Possibly.
I like the Mighty Ducks. So maybe I would. I mean, a lot of my friends go. They like love going to the Golden Knights games, and they get like those,
A box.
good seats. Not in a box, but like really close
Maybe if I had a
behind the
box
glass. Not like
with
nosebleed.
food delivery. it just doesn't appeal to me. But if it's your thing, no shade. Go do your thing. Go do whatever. It's such an expensive like outing for me. I'd rather go to Disneyland or do something like that because I think it's probably similar cost.
Yeah, like if I won free
tickets,
tickets
so
or something, I'd go.
I probably would say you go find a friend.
No,
to go
sell
with.
them.
I don't think I'd go.
Why would you
I'd
go?
rather watch hockey
Why wouldn't you sell them?
than football or baseball
Why wouldn't you sell them?
I'd
though?
rather watch
or boxing. You know,
baseball than
baseball is like the most boring sport in the world.
No, but
You picked
baseball
baseball?
has Dippin' Dots.
I'd rather watch golf.
Baseball
no.
I want to
has
stand there in the crowd and watch them and clap.
Oh no.
You can wear a suit.
Exactly.
Good job.
I'm gonna go to golf courses and hold up dad joke signs.
Yeah.
Get kicked off of golf
what's a
courses.
Give me a golf joke.
Golf joke. Why did it? Someone's calling me.
Someone's calling
Oh.
you.
Don't call me during my podcast.
Wayne went golfing. Now he really needs a new shirt. He got a hole in one. That's off the top of my head.
You're way better at this than him.
You stole it.
I stole your joke.
Stole my joke.
Yeah, he does.
That's like the only golf joke I know. Why did the golfer bring 2 pairs of pants? You know what I mean? Because you get the whole one.
Oh, I see.
Yours is
Okay.
better.
Was mine better?
Yeah.
Okay.
She came up with that.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna do what I never do. I'm gonna Google golf jokes.
Oh, yeah, Wayne has never Googled a joke in his life. They're
No,
all off
every
the
joke
top
that
of
I
his
have
noggin.
a dream about it the night before.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. He's a prophet.
And then I wake
And then
up.
it shows up on Reddit.
Yeah, exactly.
And
He dreams
then-
about it, then it shows up on Reddit dad joke.
I
That's a
type
prophet.
it. I type it on
Prophet.
Reddit, and people steal it.
They're in your brain, babe.
Prophet.
He'll be back with his golf joke in 10 minutes once Wayne figures out how to.
They're horrible.
They're bad.
Never mind.
What else you got, Cam?
BHB said, would you rather jump in a pool of Jello or pudding? Jello. That sounds fun.
Jello.
Jello would be
Sound-
fun.
Can it be sugar free? I'm scared of getting some sort of urinary tract infection. Also, jumping into food, it just sounds like very like sketch. to me.
Yeah.
Definitely not pudding. Grosses
Yeah.
me out. At least Jello has slight clarity. You can have some sort of vision.
Nice.
What's Wayne pointing at?
Yeah, what?
You said off pudding.
Oh, off pudding.
So I said, hey, you know why I don't like golf? It's off putting.
Off putting. No, but that was funnier though because I said off
Yeah.
pudding. Pudding would be
Yeah,
off
I
pudding.
didn't realize
Off
you
pudding.
said that.
Yeah, and off pudding. I didn't realize that either. Off pudding.
That's why I was laughing. People were like, what are you
Jello
doing?
or pudding? What would you rather swim into, jump into?
Orange Fanta.
That wasn't. He wants. He wants bubbles. He wants a little sitz bath.
What's the question?
What would you rather jump into a pool full of Jello or pudding?
Oh, wow.
Orange Fanta.
Jello.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun.
100% of people
The
here
texture
said
of
Jello.
Jello is going to be more like a bouncy house.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not bouncing
And
on
pudding,
it.
pudding's going to
It
be
won't-
like quicksand. You're literally going to be like, "Bleh." It's not gonna
both
be.
of them. You're not bouncing on Jello. It's not.
You
like,
could.
It would, yeah,
You
it's
could.
bouncy.
Yeah.
If you fill the entire pool up, we're going to David Dobrik this shit. I'm
You
going
would-
to pull a hole. I'm going to fill the pool up with Jello.
It
And then
would
when
be
I jump in
similar
it-
to Orbeez.
And you're going
You'd
to go.
go straight
Yeah,
down.
kinda.
You'd go straight through, and they break apart, and they have little Jello.
Best YouTube video ever. Let's do it. We'll fill it
Wayne
up.
thinks
First of
he
all, we'll
can
get kicked out
bounce
of the
on
homeowner
Jell-O.
association because we'll fill the pool up with Jello. You're like Zach Morris doesn't need
We
to
have to
put
figure
Jello
out
in
how
there.
to boil the water, dissolve it, add a whole bunch of gelatin. We wouldn't even need to take the water out. You just put a bunch of gelatin in there.
I think Red Link
And then
did
for
that.
views, we'll put Wayne in a thong bikini.
Oh yeah, Speedo! Return to the
Speedo,
Speedo.
and then I'm just gonna run and I'm gonna cannonball straight in it, and I'm just gonna disappear.
He thinks he's gonna bounce.
And they're like, "Where'd he go?"
What we talked about Wayne in a Speedo on one of the podcasts. I don't remember what it was, but it was fairly funny.
OnlyFans.
I think we were talking
Oh,
about
is it
the Jack
OnlyFans?
Black thing.
Oh.
What's that
Yeah,
called?
that.
The WAP.
Oh, maybe.
You wouldn't
It's a
put me
long
in
time
Speedo
ago, but
doing
I
the
remember
WAP in the
talking about
backyard.
that. We still haven't purchased you a Speedo. I guess
Dad
this
could
summer-
not do WAP.
You don't want to see me
I
in
don't
a
think-
Speedo.
Why not?
All right.
I might. I won't know until I see it, and then I
might.
can be like, nope, never mind.
You're like, please put some clothes on.
Trust me,
please.
Walter White pulls it off better than I do, and that's not even a Speedo. That's like tidy whities.
Oh,
But like no, No, you don't want to see it. You
I
don't.
might want to see it, and I can't say until I've seen it.
I'm gonna be like that guy at the beach, you know, like in all the movies you ever watch, where you're just like, oh my god, why is he wearing that? You know.
Oh, everybody is a beach body, guys. If you want to wear a Speedo, freaking wear it.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like you want to wear one, so don't wear it.
Take E.T., all right, make him pale, put red hair on him, put a Speedo on him. There you go.
What is it? Reese's Pieces. Instead, he's eating Kit Kats, I guess.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, next question.
No, I'm sorry for ruining you guys for that last 5 minutes.
What?
Wayne, I'm sorry. You have body dysmorphia, baby, because you don't have issues.
No.
Well, that's something to work on. Speedo body.
Okay.
First thing to do with $1 million. What you do with $1 million. I know.
Camden, what's the first thing you do with $1 million?
I would go on Genshin Impact and buy $10,000 worth of.
It is interesting because people pose these questions like the first thing you do with $1 million, people like buy a house. There's no way that's the first thing you're doing. It takes a while to buy a house.
Yeah, no.
You're searching around for a house. You gotta get the escrow. You gotta do all the other stuff.
I would
That's not the
probably
first
get
thing
locked
you're
out of
doing.
PayPal because they'd be like, "Why did you just impulse buy $10,000 worth of characters?"
Yeah, the first thing you're doing is making sure you have a good, bank, a good.
Make sure I
where
have
your
all
money.
the Sims 4 DLC.
You have numerous accounts because they're only insured up to $100,000 each, and so you have to have different bank accounts, and you're doing all these things, and that's what you're doing first.
And make sure I'd have all the Sim DLC.
But you would probably, with the money in your bank, you'd be like, oh, I can spend this money now. So you'd probably buy a whole bunch of random crap.
I would. I'd buy Genshin.
I'd eat canes. I'd buy a second litter robot.
You'd buy celebratory dinner.
Do you remember when we got the house and we were like, all right, it's ready to go, and then that freaking guy had to come and do the inspection, and there was something wrong, and it's like, and they had to come back, and I was like, are you serious? Just give us the damn house. Like, it does take a long time.
Exactly. So you're not buying a house first thing with your $1 million. What are you doing first?
Buy a
thing with your
van.
$1 million?
But
I might buy a van, but it still wouldn't be the first thing.
You could buy a condo.
First thing.
I'm just saying, like,
What's the
the
point?
25th floor condo, my dream.
You're going, only if you walk, like you see on
50-foot
those shows where you walk in, you knock on the door. I'll buy your house right now for $200,000 or $500,000.
Yeah, it's like The Sims.
Leave your stuff.
It's
Leave
like
your
The
cat,
Sims, fully furnished.
Yeah, fully furnished.
So the question was,
Decorated.
if you have money, what's the first thing
If
you're
you
going to buy?
$1 million, what's the first thing you do?
$1 million?
Pay some bills, definitely.
Pay off your debt.
Wayne would buy some Legos.
A Tesla.
That would be
The first thing I would
though.
do after paying off, debt and everything, is go to the Tesla store and buy like a super dope Tesla.
I want a Lamborghini.
Because guess what? That's easy to do.
Lamborghini is a gigantic portion of your money.
You can
It's
get in it.
100,000.
So is a
It's
Tesla.
100, isn't it?
Lamborghini is like what, 300,000. Tesla's 100,000.
Exactly. So after taxes, you win $1 million, and you buy a Lamborghini. You barely have any money left for your Sims.
You
and
don't
then
want a
it
Lamborghini.
all goes back, and then it goes to Genshin.
Then Genshin.
Get my Lamborghini and Genshin.
I won $1 million, and all I got was these Genshin characters and Lamborghini.
No,
I don't
but
understand
that's
the
a
whole
good-
Lamborghini Ferrari thing because you can't drive it the way it's supposed to be driven.
What's that
You're just
mean?
going to be going 45 like everybody else.
Because you have to go to the speed limit.
It's better to get like
You
a
join-
Bentley
I think they're
or a Rolls
pretty.
Royce
I
if you're
don't
going to spend that
care.
much
You
money.
join that
I don't
annual
care about
road race, where
speed.
they do that road race through like the Nevada desert.
Yeah.
Have you seen that where you're basically can go 100 and something
The Speedway.
miles? No, not the Speedway. There's like a road race, like a distinction, whatever. Not
Really?
a long distance. It's not like a whatever that you can go like 100.
So like a legal
something
drag
miles.
racing thing?
Yeah, but not
No,
drag
I have a
racing,
better
just like
idea.
Long straight.
I have a
desert
better
road.
idea for a car. If I'm rich, I could hollow wrap any
I'm
car.
too chicken to
You
go
could
100.
definitely get anything painted any way you want.
So I'm gonna wrap a Fiat in
A
hollow.
Fiat, $1 million you buy a Fiat. That's the other end of the spectrum, Camden, from Lamborghini.
From Lamborghini to hollow wrap Fiat. I'll settle.
People on both sides of the spectrum are going to be making fun of you for that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Be like, what? Why would you offend us rich people
I'm
like
getting
that?
an epic van, and I would probably get, instead of just a regular Sprinter, I'd definitely make sure I got a four-wheel drive Sprinter with really good stuff. Souped up.
That's the first thing
We
you would
could
do
get-
to get
we
a Sprinter
could
van.
get-
I mean,
We
I would
could
shop
get-
for it,
And
but I
then
wouldn't
shop
get
for stuff
it.
to make it like
I
cool.
wouldn't probably be able to get it first
No,
thing,
no,
but
no.
I would be starting to shop for it right away.
Go on Etsy, get $5,000 plant cuts of very nice white.
I would buy that Monstera Albo.
Oh my god.
I would buy that $7,000 plant from Etsy.
Yes.
That
Yes.
actually maybe is what I would do.
That-
Except
yeah,
we don't have
that-
that
yeah.
money in our bank account now, so I'd have to wait for
That
some of it
plant
to
dies
clear.
just like the other ones that are $20.
My
All
one
right?
is
What happens if you buy a $7,000 plant and it dies?
Then you're out $7,000
in like 3 days. I'd be
But
pissed.
you could buy your $7,000
It better not
plant.
die, and it better piss gold.
It will, because you get it to grow big, and then you sell cuttings of it for $500, and then eventually you make your money back after like 30 years.
After like 30 years.
That's no less crazy than you buying a Tesla. I'm sorry.
No, it's true. It's not.
Or, hear me out, you could just buy a bunch of marijuana plants.
And then sell that. No, that's so much more work.
That's not the 90s anymore.
Those
You can't
die
sell
just
weed
the
like
same.
that.
They get the bud rot. They get the little pests. They get all the other stuff. It's very hard, babe. It's more hard than
I know.
my
I've been
house
watching
plants.
documentaries. Trust me. I
okay.
got a grow house coming. Listen, I need to know something. Why is it $7,000?
Because it's a very
It's
rare,
very pretty and very
variegated
rare.
type leaf.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, very
It's big.
big. So
Big.
it's like leaves that can be like half white and half green.
Like the pink ones.
Yeah.
So imagine like you get it, and then you wake up in the morning and Opie's eating it.
You would have to definitely put it out of the way because it'd be poisonous. But
Yeah, you'd put it. It'd be
and
outside.
I think they can revert too. You can have one and then it can revert back to full green theoretically.
That's interesting.
The thing is, like, this always blows my mind when I see something like this because it's on Etsy, right? And you see the reviews on Etsy, and there's so many people reviewing it. Like, I love this thing, and I'm like, I want to know how you have $7,000 to buy a damn plant.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I saw this
That's
thing
what I want to know.
on Etsy. It was like $7,000 anime grab box, and the reviews were like, "This is the best purchase in my life." I'm like,
It makes you think. Right?
So we could have bought a Fiat. With
What's
that.
$7,000 about it?
$7,000.
That's a good question. We
A
could-
Fiat?
You don't have to water a Rolex. I'm just saying.
A plant gets, at least the plant filters air.
Actually, you could buy a cool dog.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm
Yeah.
not.
You could buy a really cool purebred dog. Or you could buy a ragdoll
I
kitten.
probably would order a second litter robot though. That's actually something I probably would do.
You could buy a Shiba.
Okay, next
To
question.
be honest with you, I would probably invest in our career
That
because if you have money, it's a lot easier to get yourself out there.
we would definitely be paying for editors.
Editors,
100%, and
like,
that would be amazing.
what-
Just
what-
give them a whole bunch of raw footage and be like, turn it into something, and they would.
editors, publicists, management, all that stuff costs money. So I would definitely probably put like $10,000 into that,
Yeah.
and then I would buy a Tesla.
Well, that's fun to think about. It's so much fun because you've entered these giveaways where you buy the tickets and you win like the dream house. Man, it's so much fun to think about it. Like, or back when in the day when I'd buy lotto tickets, and it's just you could think about it all day, and it's so much more fun because once you look up the numbers, you're not winning, and so it sucks. But you can think about it that whole day, and it's just really fun to dream about.
Yeah, my new lottery is Omaze.
Yeah.
Omaze is like, you can have this house for $3 million. I'm like, I'm in it. And I paid all the money towards it. Not that much, but you know what I mean. And then someone wins, and I go, I hate Omaze.
Yeah. Well, we didn't win that dream house, honey, and I'm like, yeah.
The casino all over again.
Here's one from Grace. What is the best movie from the last 10 years?
Roadhouse.
Babe.
I'm sorry.
Babe.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Not last 40 years. 30 years. How old did it come out? Last 10 years. Best movie from the last 10 years. That is so hard.
That's not even Wall-E.
No?
No Country for Old Men.
I imagine it's going to be a Pixar Disney movie.
I like Encanto a lot, actually.
I need to watch Encanto.
Encanto might be my second favorite.
I got it.
Wayne raises his hand.
Cats.
Cats.
With
You love
Jason
it.
Derulo and Taylor
James
Swift.
Corden.
And James Corden.
James
You
Corden.
watched it?
I've never seen Cats.
Oh my god.
It
It was a
definitely
joke
wasn't
because Cats is like the worst movie
Amazon
ever.
Cinderella with James Corden.
It's like that. This is Dad's coming out as a furry.
That's very difficult, and I'm sure it's going to be a Pixar movie I haven't seen.
I don't remember. Okay, so 10 years. I think even the one I was thinking is not even. It's older than that.
Cats?
I think No Country for Old
Oh.
Men was like 2000.
Yeah, I think that's older.
Encanto.
And Cam says Encanto is probably a good answer.
I would have to say I'm gonna actually. I have an answer.
Okay.
Parasite.
I haven't
think I
seen
might say that, too.
Parasite still.
That's the movie that I've watched in the last 10 years that I left thinking, oh my gosh, that movie was freaking good.
Have I
Because you
still
watch
not
it,
seen
you don't know
that?
what the hell's going on, right?
Yeah.
And you don't know what it's about, and you keep waiting for something to happen, right? Which is
Yeah.
funny. But also, just wow. That movie wowed me.
Yeah,
It's
Cam,
been a long
let's
time
watch
since a
it.
movie wowed me.
I gotta watch
Okay,
that.
thank you for giving me an answer because I was having a really hard time. I did like that movie a lot.
I really gotta watch
Yeah,
that.
you do.
Yeah. And you need to watch Encanto.
Yes, I do, and I feel like Encanto would be really good.
I'm hyping it up way too much. People don't like it that much.
People don't like it that much. People love it. That's all they could talk about.
No, but it's like Frozen.
I'll give you.
Oh.
Yeah.
They say you want.
It's
Encanto.
hype, and I like the music and stuff, and then people are like overhyped. Not as good.
Oh no,
Blah, blah,
I
blah.
hate that when that happens because you should be able to like something whether it's hyped or not. It's still good.
I know.
It's still the same good movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I hyped it up too
I'm
much
curious
for
also what
people.
everyone else says for this one. We should ask these questions to some people too.
I'm sure a lot of people are going to say the new Spider-Man, but I still haven't seen it.
I haven't either. Don't spoil it for me.
And Avengers Endgame was one I looked at. But I didn't really like Avengers Endgame. It made me sad.
Do you remember? Here's one. Do you remember who was your first crush? Like a person, not a cartoon character, or it could be a real life. It could be an actor or actress person. My first crush had a very unique name, so I still remember it.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
No, real life crush. It was in first grade. His name was Clave. Can you imagine having that name?
That's interesting.
His name was Clave.
Clave?
Clave.
Oh, wow.
I could say his last name, but what if we look him up on Facebook?
That's an interesting name.
Clave Evans. If you're listening to this podcast right now, I had a crush on you in first grade.
She's married.
Back
Back off, Clave.
Do you remember your first school age crush?
I don't. No way. How do you remember that? That's crazy.
Because it's a unique name. He was a cute kid. I remember it.
No, I mean, no, I don't.
No.
I'm sure I
How
crushed
about your
on.
first, TV or celebrity musician crush, that type? Camdyn liked that one guy from Big Time
Anna-
Rush.
Anna
That was the only
Klumsky.
one she really talked about. Anna Klumsky from My Girl.
My Girl.
Which
I
one?
actually wrote her name in my
Camdyn
drawer.
liked Carlos from Big Time
Anna
Rush.
Klumsky.
That's who you talked about back in the day when you were a kid.
That's
What?
funny.
Carlos
And Justin
Yes.
Bieber.
and Justin Bieber. Camdyn liked those.
Carlos.
Camdyn liked the boy band type.
Carlos is a big one, though.
What else you guys got?
And what's his name? Drew Barrymore.
Okay.
90s Drew Barrymore. Poison Ivy, Drew Barrymore. And Alicia Silverstone, The Crush.
Oh, okay.
3 artists / songs you listen to a lot. This doesn't even mean favorite. This just means,
Matthew Wilder, Break My Stride. I listen to that one a lot. That's my hype music.
yeah, that's good.
I listen to Owl City.
Yep.
I like Owl City. I like
Likes Owl
Fireflies.
City.
Owl City is good, like,
I freaking
vibey
like
music.
It.
It's
They're
good
very
vibes.
Vibey.
Yeah. What was the question?
3 songs, artists that you listen to a lot. Doesn't have to be like your favorite.
You got one more.
I'm trying to think. I gotta think. I only listen to 2
Eminem.
songs.
Eminem always motivated me. When I was having like a bad day at work, I would go listen to Eminem, and I would come back and I'd crush it.
Oh yeah.
Till I collapse. I ain't leaving this room.
My third one is either Britney Spears' "Born to Make You Happy." That was always the Britney Spears song I'd choose to listen to, or like something Cypress Hill.
Britney
But
Spears.
I
there's
don't
2 ends of the
consistently
spectrum.
listen to music. The 24-hour Animal Crossing
I
New
like
Horizons.
Justin-
Like a song that you put on, like, and you feel it.
The 24 hours
Just-
Animal Crossing New Horizons.
I like Justin Timberlake,
Yeah, you do.
and I really like.
Cry me a river.
Don't make fun of me. This could have been part of the roast. I really like Michael Bublé.
Oh, Camdyn does too.
I
I would listen.
Michael
I would get
Bublé.
down on some Michael Bublé. You having a bad day? You listen
Michael
to Bublé.
Bublé, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think my things are better than yours.
I don't know. BTS?
Yeah, BTS. Camdyn
I don't
can't decide
consistently
anything.
listen to music. I don't consistently listen to the same
Which is your
Yeah.
go-to Weezer song?
Good Life.
Good Life. What's your go-to Weezer song?
Oh wait, and One Republic. One Republic makes you feel really
Yeah.
good. My Weezer.
Yeah. Say It Ain't So.
Say It Ain't so. Man, we listen to that on
Yeah,
repeat at the
Only
bar.
in Dreams.
No, it's not. It's Ain't It so.
Only
I like
in
Pork and
Dreams
Beans.
Only in Dreams.
I think Only in
Fuck
Dreams is the
me.
best Weezer song.
Only in Dreams is her favorite, right?
Only in Dreams is my favorite blue.
No, I like I mean, yeah, Say It Ain't so or Undone Sweater Song.
Oh, yeah.
Both of that whole album is just genius.
I actually a lot of times listen to the Rentals more than I listen to Weezer.
I don't know. I don't listen
Okay.
consistently. I like MC Virgins, their joke rap.
Camdyn, this is too hard for Camdyn. You made her
Eminem,
short
lose yourself.
circuit. She's
I
like,
like
stop
video
asking
game
me hard
music.
questions.
I like video game music. I don't know.
Well,
I listen to mostly video game music. That's the only consistent
And
thing in
80s
my
music.
life.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's funny. One of my favorite songs from the 80s, y'all gonna laugh at this. Have you ever heard it when I'm like doing puzzles or Lego? I listen to this song. And I know you've heard it before and you're like, what the hell is he listening to? And it's from Ain't Nobody Gonna Stop Us Now from the Mannequin 2 movie. Nothing's gonna stop us now. You heard that? You heard it.
Yeah.
You heard it. Look
Yeah,
at
I've
it.
heard it.
Dad playing it late at night.
Yeah.
I love that song. And I'll play it. And I'm like, I don't have my my thing on, so I don't know
I
how
hear
loud
a
it
lot,
is.
I'm just like,
And I'm just doing my Lego. Was my puzzles back in the day.
We have very eclectic music taste. And it pretty much, mine includes everything except for like super
Starship? Is that who
country and then like very heavy metal.
you don't like modern rap. You don't like.
No, and I don't like modern rap.
You don't like the weird stuff I like.
Okay.
You don't like any K-pop but BTS.
I've listened to some. Like
You
CL
do?
or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And we
Next
can
question.
build this dream together.
Da-na-na.
I listen to
Stand
like
strong forever.
everything. You don't like.
Nothing's gonna stop
Japanese.
us
Maybe,
now.
maybe I don't have as eclectic as I thought.
I can say I listen to everything. French, Japanese, Korean, English rap. Not pop, really. I don't know.
Mac Miller.
What else you got, Cam?
Mac Miller.
Favorite restaurant in Vegas?
Favorite
I
restaurant?
know yours.
Wait, okay, hold on. Fast food or sit down?
Well, let's
restaurant?
say it's a,
There's
Vegas, a
difference.
Vegas type one. I really like 8 Noodle Bar.
Ooh, a noodle bar.
At
is
the Red
mine,
Rock.
too.
We still gotta get that. I'm serious.
Yeah, it's very good.
Noodle bar.
We don't go out to many restaurants, but that's one because it's not something we make at home at all. So that's why it's so good.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with the old noodle bar. We'll probably have the same answers. Noodle bar and Cane's.
Yeah, Cane's is a fast food though.
I
It's
know.
not really doesn't really count in my
I mean,
mind.
I would have said the buffets.
Oh yeah, the
Back in the day
buffets.
before the pandemic,
Yeah.
the buffets were my favorite. All of
Yeah.
them. Because you had your choice.
Yeah.
You know?
What's your favorite Kirby?
Oh, that's too hard.
Favorite what?
Epic Yarn, maybe?
I don't know if they're talking about game or like transformation.
No. Kirby Epic Yarn is probably the game I played the most.
Kirby Dreamland is the best one
Okay.
forever.
Favorite what game?
Kirby.
I have a feeling Forgotten Lands is going to be
Kirby?
the best.
Is that the new one?
The original.
Oh, we better get it.
The very first Kirby that was ever
So
made.
cute. I had a little
Dreamland?
Kirby
You're fighting
for,
the trees.
Game
And
Boy.
then-
What was that one?
Huh?
Dreamland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor like grayscale Kirby on Game Boy. Not quite the same when he's not pink.
No. But I still like the yellowy
Yeah.
texture. I mean, shade. But I don't know. With the transformation, like which one?
I don't know.
I like the freezing one.
Bex has two.
Okay, what you got, Bex?
Bex!
Patron Bex. Bex.
Are you going to get another cat?
Yes, we
Wayne-
are.
This is actually Wayne asking.
Absolutely.
I'm sure at some point, yeah.
Of course. I was just looking at kittens the other day and I was like, we need that. We need him.
Like we said, if there was a litter of kittens in our backyard, we probably wouldn't be able to resist.
Nope.
Oh, man.
And
Totally.
it's about to be that time where maybe baby kittens show up.
Totally.
Yep.
And then what are your goals for this year?
We've talked a little bit about it, and definitely one of mine is to get my mental health kind of situated, which I am. I'm getting help. I'm all that other stuff. And for the next couple months, I'm not eating red meat. That's one of my things. Not really a goal, just a thing.
So working on health.
Yeah.
Working on the mental health and physical health.
Yeah.
And summer body.
Summer body.
Yeah, I got to get on that.
Wayne
Summer
likes
body.
the summer body. Okay.
And
Eat lots of protein, babe. That's my main. Cam, what are your goals
And
for
to be
this year?
hold on, and
Oh.
to be on TV.
That's right. Wayne
talked
still
about.
wants to be on TV. That's always his.
I was technically on TV
That's
already.
right, Banana Man.
Just to be better.
Banana.
Cam's just be a little bit.
I don't
better.
like hard goals.
Yeah, just on a
Hard set.
constant state of improvement. As long as you're
Yeah,
improving,
exactly.
you're not getting worse.
Yeah.
And honestly,
Too depressing
even
otherwise.
just staying stagnant is fine. Just as long as you're not on a decline in
Yep.
your mental health or things you're getting done or whatever else like that.
Spaghetti or meat? Spaghetti, I guess.
Or what?
Why spaghetti? Why not pasta? Pasta or meat?
Spaghetti or meat
I think
ball.
They must
What does that mean?
Pasta.
What do you rather have, pasta or meat? I mean, I
Pasta.
love meat personally, so I have to say meat.
Meat?
I don't like meat that much.
Isn't it like meat in pasta?
I mean, yeah.
What does that mean?
No, I don't know.
I like spaghetti.
Like it all.
You have me at spaghetti. I don't know. I would have to go with meat, obviously, because prime rib.
Yeah, I know.
And, I mean, that involves chicken. That involves pork. That involves so many more options.
Yeah.
Hamburgers. What? Bibi!
Bibi!
Do you have any hangout friends around town?
Oh,
And
baby, don't rub it in.
No. I'm okay with this. I don't. And I'm
No.
okay with this.
I am also.
We're at that age right now
I
where
like
we
to
don't
pretend
need
I
hang-
don't have friends
Maybe
like that
Camdyn
about
wants
it.
hangout friends. I
Yes,
don't know.
I
But
Camdyn
like me
does.
personally, I hated it.
I
when,
cry about it every week, probably.
Oh, Camdyn.
I spent 15 years of my life
Okay.
traveling around doing sales. And
Yeah.
every time I'd be in the hotel with one of my roommates, and especially it was worse if we were all in the same hotel and there was like 10 of us like in New York. Everybody's like, we're going out, let's go, come on,
Yeah.
Wayne or Kenny, whatever I was, Kenny, let's go. And I'm like, no, I'm going to stay home and watch Roadhouse in my hotel room. I'm going to travel, leave me alone. I never wanted to go out. And
Even
if I
when
had people
I
here.
had friends, even in college, and I had friends, people asking, you make plans, I still did the thing where you cancel plans, like before, and be like,
Yeah.
I don't actually want to do this, you know what I mean? So I've always been kind of that way. I just prefer not. But Camdyn
I
wants
want friends
and I
very
understand.
badly.
So what does that mean, you want friends?
I don't know.
You don't know. She doesn't know what it entails. I told her you'll be able
I
to
want a
find,
friend group.
you'll find people that are on your
I want to,
thing.
like-
I'm sad you're not going to be able to experience high school parties. Because high school parties
No,
were fun.
no,
Cam
not
doesn't-
that.
Cam doesn't want that.
High
want
school
to.
parties,
I
red
want
cups,
the-
they're fun,
no,
alright? I'm just saying.
No. I'm not trying to get like drugged. I'm saying I want to go to like a coffee place with nice friends.
TikTok idea. My daughter does not, as I'm doing that one stupid voiceover thing. My daughter does not have, friends and cannot go out and do stuff. So we're going to have a high school party at our house.
I
And then we'll just
don't-
sit around with red cups drinking soda. Ooh,
It's not the vibe.
Camdyn
That might be
just
more
wants
fun at
friends.
home though.
I told her eventually you'll have the friends that they are going to be good friends and they like the same things you do.
I
Montel
don't know
Jordan.
about Red Cup Party. I
No,
don't. Not
I'm
my
not saying
vibe.
that. That's
I'm
not-
not saying that. I'm saying I want to sit at 8 hours at a Starbucks.
Yo, we should do this with
I
Montel
want to
Jordan in
live
the
Gilmore
background.
Girls,
Wayne
but
wants
we're
to do
good
this.
people.
This is how we do
Wayne really
it.
wants a freaking party. Camdyn doesn't want this, honey.
But no,
Camdyn
but-
doesn't want this.
Here's the
It might be
here's the
better at
kicker. This is
home.
gonna be us three
Yeah, that'd be fun.
and some cardboard cutouts. Be like a Home Alone high
So
school
you guys,
party.
Camdyn needs friends. So
Like, wow, Leonardo
I don't know how
DiCaprio's
you
here.
make friends at as a teenager without being in school. So you'll have to give some advice.
You're
Cam, there's some other Vegas teen influencers. Reach out to them. I'm sure there's groups of people that do the same things you do. I'm sure there's groups of gamers in Vegas.
you'd
That
be like Jack
stream.
Jerry. Just hang out with influencers all day and do weird dances in the
Camden's
road.
face. She don't want to hang out with influencers. No offense to the influencers.
Come on, you didn't have fun in LA?
Yeah, you had lots of fun.
They're different people. They are more well off than I am.
Well, I mean,
Okay, BB, the answer is no.
no. No.
We don't have friends. Our friends are our cats.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like
I have Animal
family.
Crossing villagers.
Yeah.
we were weird like that. I try to avoid the neighbors. Neighbors are like, "Hi, I'm gonna head down, run to the
I
mailbox."
don't know. Is there something
You
wrong
know.
with us? Because I like all the people. I really like the people that are in our live streams.
Yeah.
I feel like a camaraderie with these people. The people you interact with like that, but also I prefer to just be hermit.
And I do have to answer Astrapa real quick. Is Spotify Green Room still a thing? So this is specifically for me. Because I was going to start Spotify Green Room, which is basically like a live podcast. Talk to each other. Everybody can come in there. We'll hang out. And, of course, my hearing put a stop on that.
Yeah.
So now that I can hear again and I've got Bluetooth and everything, I do plan on getting back into the Green Room.
Okay.
And we'll just start having discussions, dad jokes, whatever. All right?
Do you have any more questions? Did people give
I have 0 questions
advice for the podcast? Things they want to hear? Things they like about it?
They want another
Camden's not
roast.
thinking about friends. Cam, don't think about this. You're working on you, and you do you, and then once you do you, you'll be ready to take on the world.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
I'm out.
You didn't get any advice? What they want to see more? What they like from the pod?
You want
the
another
podcast?
roast?
Oh boy, what they want to see more of?
You guys, it took me
Let's see.
18 years worth of being with Wayne to come up with the content for that one roast. So I don't know if I can do it again in a year. Like, what am I going to get new in a year? Unless you change into just one of those
You're married to me.
weird
It takes 5 minutes.
40-year-old
Trust me.
influencer dudes.
You already came up with
Yeah,
something
if Dad
else.
gets an OnlyFans and becomes an
Yeah,
F-boy.
Speedo. I'll buy you a Speedo, then I'll have roast material.
Look at him standing up right now, dancing like an idiot because his legs hurt.
It's all in the hips.
It's all
I know, but
in the hips.
we're talking about the suggestions. People said they want to see me in a cat-made costume.
A what?
A cat-made costume.
Only
Multiple.
Only
Not-
if Wayne.
Not just one.
Only if Wayne gets one in his size as well.
Not just one. Multiple.
Camdyn has wanted to buy this as well.
I have.
And the first thing she did on Animal Crossing was dress up Raymond in a maid costume. So
Yep.
it tracks.
Yep.
Okay. We'll just gloss over that one a little bit. Okay, Cam.
Say other things for when I'm 18.
Oh, Camdyn.
What?
Okay,
I'm
gloss
saying
over
you,
those.
if you're asking for, they're saying
No,
that's
for the podcast. For the podcast.
No, negative.
I got some things that people really like the segues and the stories, and also the questions that we post to everyone. They like it when you tell a funny story, like an old story.
Yeah.
Do you have any good old stories to randomly throw in?
Not off the top of my head.
Come on, haven't you lived an interesting life?
I tell old stories in my live streams and my stand-up. I can't tell them now because if I start doing stand-up, it's giving away everything.
What else is the podcast for other than telling stories?
We tell stories.
Did I ever tell you about the time I rode a pig?
Carrot sticks. No.
I rode a pig unintentionally.
What?
So I did 4-H.
Unintentionally.
I showed pigs during 4-H, and you have a big ring of people showing pigs. They're like got their little canes moving their pigs around, and I think it was someone else's pig kind of went crazy. Not crazy, they kind of do a little jump hop and they run off, and it ran between my legs, but backwards, like from the back. So I was on, and my legs are short. I'm not very tall. So the pig's taller than my legs. So I'm kind of getting like high grounded. So can't have my legs on the ground. I'm literally just on the pig backwards. And I rode it for probably 25 feet on that pig. And can you imagine going through this in like middle school when everything's already so freaking embarrassing and awkward? I was very awkward. I had big glasses, very awkward middle school or 7th grader. And I'm riding a pig at the fair, which is like the biggest event in our town.
That would have been so fun.
8 seconds.
I mean, I was like 25 feet. So I'm thinking maybe it was 8 seconds. It might be 8 seconds. I'm wondering if someone has a video of it somewhere. Yeah. What if that ever surfaces? Thank God there weren't cell phones.
It will.
It will.
You should have become famous after that.
If it would have been back, I guess it would have been. Someone would have posted it on the internet, and it would have been funny. It would have been our funny video or whatever.
For sure.
But because it was back then, now
Even
it just
AFV,
only
they
lives
had
in my
AFV back
head.
then, didn't they?
AFV.
Yeah, they
funny
did,
videos?
but I guess they weren't recording. I mean, it was just showing from Market Hog. It wasn't like fitting and showing or anything. But I rode a pig.
That's funny.
Backwards, like ran between my legs.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So that's a random story. And I can't believe you guys don't have more random little stories like this.
I mean, what, like from when I was younger?
Yeah, just what's a random story?
A random story.
I can't be the only one with weird random stories.
But I don't know. Did I tell you about the time that I left the coffee maker on at Circle K? That's one of my favorite stories.
Yeah, that wasn't a younger story, but that was not the Lungo story, but that is a terrifying story. So tell your story.
I went to Circle K with my friends in the morning, and I was still like half awake, of course. And also completely deaf. Keep in mind, no amplifiers, no hearing aids, nothing. I could hear, but like very, very faintly. And I was making my coffee, and I put my cup down, and I turned the knob down. You turn the knob down, the coffee comes out. You turn it up, and it stops, right? I put the knob down. I was letting the coffee cup fill up. I turned around, started getting my creamer and stuff.
Oh, my God.
And then in a daze, I forgot what I was doing. You ever just forget what you're doing?
I mean,
And then my friend comes out of nowhere with like some donuts in his hands, and he goes, "Daddy, what the hell, dude?" And I turn around, and like the coffee cup is completely full of coffee. The entire counter is full of coffee. The ground is full of coffee.
Oh my God.
The coffee is just going over like a bathtub filled with water, And I'm just like, oh my God. And I click it real quick. I literally just like poured a little bit of coffee out, put my creamer in, went up to the lady,
You still
gave her
made me
my money,
coffee?
grabbed the coffee, and walked out of the door. I didn't say
Those
anything.
poor freaking minimum wage workers that had to clean up after your
I
snacks.
felt bad, but I was also like, I'm not telling her this happened. This is
It's
terrifying.
like, I'm never going back to this state.
And I never
Ever
went.
again.
And it was in Alabama.
Oh, so you never have to go back to
okay,
that state.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm good to
Where
go.
did you go back?
I'm good to go.
Oh, they're really making even worse than minimum wage here.
I felt really bad.
It's probably like $6.
I felt maybe
in
I
Alabama.
tipped her. Maybe I just gave her like $10 for a $2 coffee.
ran
and
out.
She'd probably
I'm
be
like, ouch. She's like, change. I'm like, I'm good.
Not only did you spill
You keep
all
it.
that, they have to clean it up. They also, you probably emptied that entire gigantic, thing of coffee too. So they probably had to make more coffee.
To be honest with you, I think I gave her $5. I think I
So-
bought like a pie and a coffee, so she probably got like a $3 tip. I was just like,
Oh.
here, and I ran
She
out the
still
door.
had to clean up all that coffee. She had to squeegee it into those little grate vent things. Down
I
the
could
bottom of the
imagine
floor.
she was very angry.
I imagine she was. I didn't stay around to see.
But like, I don't know if it was because of the deafness. I didn't hear the dripping. Because now that I
Yes.
can hear, I can imagine how it sounded.
And I can see
I
how it
imagine the
happened.
lady at the register even heard it.
She's
and was
probably,
like,
she's probably like, what is going on here?
Someone peeing behind me.
There's sometimes back before, and I'd be like, I'd notice you left like the faucet on, like after washing your hands or something, and it'd be going for like 5 minutes, and I'd go in there and the faucet is just on in a dark bathroom. So I can see how like you could do it, because you just forget about it. You go and you turn to wipe your hands off on a towel and you leave the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it's on.
Especially if you're like half awake, coffee.
Yeah,
in the morning. And there's been times where like I've been at the hotel room and I've done the waffles. The waffles is like the scariest thing in the world for me. The waffle maker, like terrifying.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like a full breakfast room and there's like a line and I'm like, oh God,
Oh, I
there's like
can't
8
do it.
people behind me.
No, it's performance
And
anxiety.
I'm
You
like
can't do
shaking, pouring the waffle batter in, like turn it around. And then like, I open it and it's like
Yes.
completely stuck to the thing and I just walk off and go back to my room.
that. You're like, no.
There was like 8 people behind me one time and like the whole breakfast room and I just opened it and was like, nope.
I hate anything where there's people lined up behind me. It's like getting change at a grocery store. I'm just like, I
Yeah.
can't put this away. I have to like literally
Yeah.
shove this change in my purse forever to be
So
lost.
I didn't want to be the guy
I
that was
hate
like
that.
scraping it off.
Yeah, you just run.
And then there was one time I was at the hotel and they're like, do not take food with you out of the room. You know how the
Yeah.
breakfast room is the big sign, and I had a plate full of stuff and I like was walking out of the thing and the guy literally was like, hey, and I just ran. I ran full speed up the stairs to my room and I was laughing and like scared out of my mouth.
He's like probably 36 or
You
7
took
at
the
this point.
plate. You took the plate too.
I had 2 plates because I was getting my roommate food too, and I had the plates and I was just walking.
Really?
real
Like,
slowly.
what are you doing? I don't understand.
But the guy really
issue.
cared. He was
We're
like,
taking
"Hey,"
it
and I
to-
was like, "Ah!" ran.
You take your orange and your muffins and your coffee. Like, what's the big freaking deal?
I know.
Oh my god.
I don't understand the whole like, okay, you paid for the hotel room, but you can't take the food with you to your room. Like, bunch of
Like
crap.
you have to eat it there.
It's
like
a
you're
bunch
at
of
a
crap.
school
Yeah,
lunch
you got to
table.
eat the food here. You can't take it with because they don't want you
To
feeding
hoarding.
people.
I understand they don't want you to like
They're
hoard
hoarding.
it for your day or whatever and take like 10 oranges to Disneyland, but still, like, come on.
Yo, you remember we would do that? We'd go to breakfast and we'd buy like we'd get like 5 slices of bread and the peanut butter.
Yeah, we'd make peanut butter sandwiches for later. I don't think it's that big a deal, honestly, but maybe that's just me.
You hotels can afford that.
Okay, so now we both told stories. Now Camden, tell one. Camden made a face. Camden used to pretend to be a cat at recess, and that's maybe why she's still looking for friends.
Oh, and I My Little Pony role played in real life.
This so relates to the I have no friends.
And I chased around the boy I liked.
As a
My Little Pony.
Which My Little Pony?
That was
did
Twilight Sparkle
you...
dog.
So you were Twilight
I was the
Sparkle. At
close.
least you were the
Yeah, I know.
alicorn.
Yeah, I know.
So you were...
And I basically had a persona with my best friend.
Camden.
Her name was Cece.
Okay.
She's a tabby cat.
When you went to school, did you have anything funny happen to you when you went to school? Like high school stories? Even grade school? Nothing.
No.
No.
Not particularly funny.
No. Camden
Teachers
has...
being dumb. Not
She had
funny.
kids maybe bully her a little bit.
A little
make fun
bit.
of her.
I remember why I'm scared of trampoline parks. I remember that so vividly.
Why?
I remember our car. Because I remember I was in the car and I was like, my best friend invited me. rude girl. But my best friend invited me to Gravity. I don't know what that is. And she's like, you were like, isn't that a trampoline place? I was like, yeah, everyone goes there. And you're like, you're going to break your neck. And I was like, what?
I'll tell you, this is why we did it. Okay, so we were self-employed back then. I'm telling you, for self-employed people, medical insurance was insanely cost prohibitive. It was super expensive until Obamacare came around. So this was pre-Obamacare, and I was just terrified of the thought of you even just breaking an arm or your wrist or something, and we wouldn't be able to afford to get it fixed. So if you would have asked me after Obamacare came around, then maybe you could have gone. But because we didn't have health insurance then, and we had to pay for everything out of pocket, then it was very stressful.
I will never want to go to Gravity.
And now you're...
Except that's also because I don't like public play places.
Yeah.
I hate water parks.
Yeah, I agree.
I hate trampoline thingies with a bunch of kids.
Camdyn. Oh, Camdyn. I turned Camdyn into a hater, a weird person hater.
What do you mean?
That you're strange and you also hate everything, and so this way you have no friends. All right.
Strange and
Were there no other, I know people like, and I think we got to bring it back, is the polls that you did were like percentage, like we did for Thanksgiving. That was a really good one, like which of you likes this better and likes this better. Mm-hmm. So we got to bring some of those polls back. And we definitely need more viewer questions.
Yeah.
Any other things?
So one time when I was in high school, I was 16 years old. 16 years old.
Okay.
Just got my driver's license.
It took him forever to come up with this.
I just got my driver's license. 16 years old. I parked in the student parking lot. I parked in front of this really big pole. It was a really big pole right in front of my 1987 Ford Ranger stick shift truck. All right?
Okay.
Really big pole right in front of me. And I was like, having kind of like fun with my friends. And I was running. I ran to the truck. I put my keys in. And I was like, ah, bam! And I ran. Instead of reverse, I went and drive as fast as you could hit the gas pedal, too. It just went right into the pole. Bang! And like all the friends and everybody was getting out of school. So everybody was going to their car. Everybody was walking around. There were hundreds of students just like, bro, to a pole. Yeah. And my front fender like literally went like half.
Yeah.
All right. So it was like what is it? The
indented.
The hood
Yeah.
Was like dented on both sides. So I drove into the woods because I lived out in like a shady area, like in Texas. I drove out into the woods and I hit a tree on the left, and then I hit a tree on the right. I put my hood back to where. Because I was like, if I go home, my dad's gonna kill me because we bought this truck, it's my grandpa's truck, And so, and then I parked backwards for like 2 weeks.
Oh
I came home
God.
and I reversed. Every time I came home, I reversed into my long driveway so they couldn't see the front of my truck, and nobody ever saw anything. And then 2 weeks, my dad finally saw it, and I was like, "What?"
Now he knows. Wayne.
That's
Well, that was a
really
good
funny.
story. See, people want to hear more of those stories, and it just randomly came to you after we were,
That was
talking
called
about something. That wasn't lack of segue. For people who said they like the segues, that was the exact opposite of that.
That was called redneck maintenance.
I used to pretend I was a mermaid when I was in 3rd grade.
Well, I mean, we were watching H2O then, so everyone
It's
wanted
like,
to be
I can't
mermaids.
touch water.
Yes.
I can't.
Yes. You wear gloves around everywhere. Okay. This was a good one. It was a good ramble
mermaid
fest. Mermaid-cat-pony.
My Little Pony.
I mean, you should do a video. You could be cosplaying as my elementary school personas and then just make cute little outfits that kind of go as them. And people would like that. Go along with your cat maid. Camdyn's making a face. Thank you so much for listening to this year episode anniversary of Famous-ish.
And there was a time when I was 12.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Save it for next time.
You guys are awesome.
And I think we're going to ask some of the questions that people asked us today, because I'm curious what other people think was like the best movie of the last 10 years and whatnot. So maybe we'll ask other people.
Parasite.
I'm curious. Yeah, I'm curious what other people have to say.
Yeah,
Any final words?
I'm curious.
We've rambled long
I
enough.
don't know.
Cam says, I don't know. She's still thinking about friends. You guys give Camdyn advice on how to get friends.
But how could you tell my little
Camdyn
face?
instantly since that question. She's kind of like, wait, examining life.
What?
Wayne, any final words?
Final words.
Okay. Thanks so much for listening, guys. This has been 1 year of Famous-ish. If you've missed any episodes, go back and listen to them.
Thank you so much for listening.
We've improved a lot from the start. Before it was Wayne was doing the headlights. Our sound was terrible. All of this. Camden's here now. Everything's improved. But listen from the start to now.
Hold on, wait. Before we leave, we're going to reenact the first episode of Famous-ish. The very first, 5 seconds. Here we go. So Wayne, this is Alice, and I was just like,
yeah.
What did I say?
I don't know.
He's nervous. He's nervous, guys. Wayne Butler. You didn't think he'd be nervous. I was like, I don't know what to say. I was very nervous.
You've started talking a lot more. You used to very rarely talk, so
yeah.
I think I talked more at the beginning.
Cam thinks she talks more at the beginning.
I'm the co-host.
There were episodes when it was just Camden and me, so then we did a lot of talking. Mm-hmm. Well, listen back. Let us know what you think. Tell us if you think we've improved. All right, guys.
See you next week.
Bye.